It's a new day, and once again I am in Israel, down at the beach. Got a bit of free time, got a week here in our office, and I won't be doing any vlogging while we're in the office, but I've got a day off on Friday to do what I want. So I'll see you in 4 days time. It's a couple of days after my last video, and I'm out and about in Tel Aviv having a look if I can find a kebab somewhere, hopefully, because I've not had quite enough food today. I need a kebab. But I'm at a Carmel market at the moment, having a look around. And everything is shut at the moment. But looks like it might be fun. Might come back here on Friday. But for now, just having a walk around and trying to find some food. So it is now Thursday here in Tel Aviv, which is the end of the day. It's the weekend now. They do Sundays to Thursdays is their working week, so I'm out and about in town, and now I'm walking down to my hotel at the beach. I can go check in and then probably go sit on the beach for a little bit. So I have for now reached the hotel, and more importantly the seaside. So we have this wonderful view out across one of the beaches here in Tel Aviv to the port of Jaffa in the distance. That's where I'm going to be heading tomorrow. But for now I have my book. I'm going to read it watching the sunset. It's got dark here, but we've got this nice view out across the sea towards Jaffa. And now I'm going to be heading into the town a little bit more to try and hunt down some dinner. It's a new day and I'm back on the beach. And today I'm going to be heading into Jaffa, which is in the distance, and having a walk around. And then going to the market in town. I'll only be out a few hours and then I'll be going to the airport. And here we are walking along the front here at Jaffa. Trying not to get too sunburnt, but I think it's probably an inevitability today. So I've just spent 15 minutes pointlessly looking for a post office because it was shut, which was slightly annoying. But we've got this very nice view back towards Tel Aviv. And if I swing round, we have Jaffa Old City here behind me, which I'm going to go into in a moment. So this is the Slope Garden, so named for obvious reasons. And behind me is another garden I'm going to be walking into. We are now here at the top of a hill here in Jaffa at the Abrasha Park. We've got a church in the distance, and we have this fine arch thing here with a lovely view out across Tel Aviv in the difference. Apparently this is a statue of faith. Jacob's dream, the sacrifice of Isaac and the fall of Jericho. Not quite sure what that's about, but we do have this really great view. And as people who watch this know, it's all about the views. And here we have the main square here at the top of Jaffa. And if I carry on spinning around, we have a wishing bridge over there, which is apparently good fortune to walk across. I'm not going to have any good fortune today because it is absolutely jam-packed full of tourists. So I'm going to skip that just for now. And I'm going to go hunt down a visitor centre to go get some postcards. If I carry down here just a little bit more, we'll probably get a fairly good view of this old church. While it is very hot, it is very pleasant walking around, and I'm quite glad I've only got a couple of hours of doing this because I think I would get a bit too frazzled if I was doing it all day. Having found the map, I can now show you that we started off at the beach over here, walked up to the gardens on a slope called Hamaridron, went up to the top of the hill where that sculpture is, and then now here, and we're going to go have a look at the monastery, and then we'll go and have a look at the house of Simon the Tanner and the lighthouse. And here we have a very old and winding street in Tel Aviv. Looks like it's very old. Something was showing me this port is 4,000 years old. So this maybe not that old, but I'm sure this is very old. And here, very incongruously in the heart of Jaffa, Old Town, is a memorial, or sculpture I should say, for Uri Geller's spoon bending. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm back in the park at the top of the Jaffa Hill, and here found a timeline of the history of the area. Not going to go through all of it because it's quite long, but it's very interesting to see. And here we have another gate, and this is a recreation of the Ramses Gate, because this area used to be owned by the Egyptians a long old time ago. So this here is the market at Jaffa, which is one of the reasons I've stayed an extra day. And it's not super interesting. I just have very fond memories of this from when I came here about 5 years ago. And it's basically just a big car boot sale. It's called a flea market, and it does have some good stuff. But from an English perspective, I'd say it's very car boot-esque. And we'll just have a little walk down an aisle to have a look what's going on. And there we go. Hopefully you got an idea of what the market's like. So I am now done here at the market, had a look around, found a lot of old tech, but unfortunately nothing I wanted, which was mainly postcards. So now I'm going to be leaving here and heading through the sort of bigger market, might see if we find anything interesting, and then I'll be heading to the train station in about an hour's time. So I'm now on my way out of Jaffa. So Jaffa is up there along the road, and I'm going the other way back towards the beach, and I'll very soon be heading back in towards Tel Aviv to get the train. It has been a very good visit. I had quite good fun today, although I do have a very heavy back on my back. I've not found the postcard. I need to get to the airport, but even so, it's been quite good. And all in all, it's been very nice spending half a day just wandering around instead of having to do some work and just seeing things in the evening. So that's probably it for now, unless I find something very interesting on my way to the train station. And I will see you next time. It's a new day, and Julia and I have taken a Monday afternoon off to go look at our wedding venue for about 4 or 5 weeks' time now. But we've come to the Jubilee River just afterwards to have a look at it, and it is very pretty. The Jubilee River is not really a river, might have been in the past, but it's now more of a flood prevention system for the River Thames, and basically when the River Thames gets too much water in it, it can come down here and not flood the surrounding area. But we're just having a walk along, looking at the really nice view. So we have felt a bit more adventurous, and on leaving the Jubilee River, we decided to come up to Cliveden. So we were here probably about a month ago now, but the weather has decided it's going to show up today, and we're not going to go into the house, and we're not going to spend too much time here because we can come back whenever we like, but we're going to have a wander around the outside and have a look at the view out towards Maidenhead where we live. So here we are at the side of the house. Very large house there. It is a hotel, so you can't just pop into it whenever you like. It's open a few days a week, but not today. So we're just going up here and having a look at what I suspect to be a pretty great view out across the landscape. And there we go, look at that view. That is very, very impressive. You got Maidenhead there in the distance. Maidenhead's new tower blocks proving to be a bit of an eyesore, I'd say. Here we have the house, looking very impressive. And walking down here a bit more, we'll get a nice view down towards the gardens. And there we go, there are the gardens here at Cliveden House. It's a new day, and not that you'd believe it, it is late August. It has been a miserable August. It's threatening to rain today, even though it said it was going to be very sunny. But as you might be able to see in the distance, we are at Windsor, because we are going to Windsor Castle today, mainly because we've got tickets to go up the tower, which is apparently quite a rare thing to have. Now, we probably won't have too many videos actually in the castle, because I don't think you're allowed to do them. So we'll see what we can get away with. Otherwise, we're going to do that and then wander around Windsor and have a look what's going on. And here we are at in Windsor Castle. We're ahead of a very large tour group, so we're making the most of that for now. And we've got this nice view of the towers here in the castle. And there we go. And here we are inside the castle itself. We have this very nice view of the main tower. I think we'll be heading up there in a bit. We have the moat gardens in front of it, which look very nice, but are an additional entrance fee, which I'm not feeling like paying. And we have a changing of the guard and a lot of people queuing up to go into the chapel, which we're going to be going to shortly, just down here. And here we have a little bit of the changing of the guard. March! And there we have the soldiers heading off. So we are up the tower here, and we've got a nice view out across Eton and Slough. And spinning round, we have the view out across the top of the tower and over Long Walk and Windsor in the distance. And looking up here, we have the main tower with the flag at the top. And here we have the soldiers leaving the castle. And they now walk all through Windsor, and apparently there are a ton of people outside trying to see this as they go through the town. And there we go. And here we are at the exit to the castle. Had a nice look around, but because we've got year passes, we can come back whenever we like in the next year. We're now going to wander around Windsor and go find some lunch.